It's me. It's OPIE. What is up, guys? Long time no see on my part. I know Roy and Frank have been pumping out some content for the channel. Thank you for that. Oh,
I want to see if you're still real.
A little sweaty. Yeah, it's me.
Okay.
It's me. I'm here.
Here.
So I apologize real quick to everybody. I'm going to get back on here. I'm going to get back to watching people's videos. But before I do that, I thought we'd come back here with a video, which is actually Roy's idea. So what I'm going to do, I gave my intro here. I'm going to swing it over to Roy, and Roy, tell them exactly what we're doing here.
Well, you didn't tell them the big announcement, what we're actually doing tonight.
That's right.
Do you want to do the
honors? Well, no, I'll give it all to you. This is all you.
We're going to see ideas, so it. The 1990s one, not the new one. Yeah. We're just going to watch this tonight.
I watched it.
Now, we're going to see it tonight. But before we do that, we have the Halloween vlog coming up. And last year we did 31 films, which was a lot of films.
Yeah.
But we're not going to do that this year. So we're going to do something a little different. So Jared's going to pick 3 movies. I'm going to pick 3 movies. Frank's going to pick 3 movies. And then we're going to dispense it to give to each other. Now, we kind of like checked with each other, and we haven't seen these films. So it's going to be a new experience for us seeing these films. And not a new experience for the person picking them, but a new experience for us to see these movies. We've seen a lot of horror movies, so it's going to be fun to see some new ones.
Yeah.
And hopefully it'll attract you to watch them if you haven't seen them, or if you have seen them, you'll be able to kind of like put your input on what do you think of them. So, in saying that, we're going to have that set up for the Halloween vlog, and we're also asking you, all 260
if they're still there, I haven't really checked the subscribers yet.
If you want to ask us any questions, we'll announce them in the vlog.
Yeah, and it's I know sometimes we're a smaller channel, so again I've seen smaller channels try to do Q&As. It doesn't always work out, but some of them they limit it to certain only movie related or only anything. Ask us anything. We just want a few questions. We're not asking for a shit ton of questions. Just a couple questions here that we can make a video and add it onto the Halloween vlog. I think it'd be cool. Maybe you guys have some questions. I was doing the channel. I started back last May or June, and these guys came in about midway through last year. So there might be some questions.
I think it was actually around this time.
October? I think that was the first one we did.
We seen 31.
Yeah, that's right. 31, then we did the Halloween vlog. So yeah, so you want to have questions for these guys? I know people always ask me about them, or they did before I stopped doing YouTube. But yeah, any question, anything at all, we're up for it. So
yeah, so I mean, any movies, action figures, toys. You want to talk movies? You want to talk about us? If you have any recommendations where you'd like us to go, check out. It's also an option. But before we go see it, we're kind of up against it here. We're going to reveal the movies that we're going to be watching. So I'll go first. These are the movies that are recommended for Jared on my behalf.
And it seemed like the way we did it, or Roy did it, we just kind of just randomly, listen, I'm going to give you 2, I'm going to give you 1. We didn't, it was only 3 of us, so we kind of just figured out, okay, give him 2, give him 1. It's not like a set thing.
Yeah, it's an odd number, the 3 of us, 3 movies each, 9 movies, so
yeah. And I'm just going to give, I don't know what Roy's going to do, he's going to go first, but are you going to talk just briefly? A tiny bit. We're just going to make this quick because we're really excited to go see this movie. And again, we'll have a spoiler-free review post-film.
So that's exciting. Got it. So just real quick, here we go. This was kind of a big hit last year. Jared still didn't get a chance to check it out, so I'm going to recommend it to him. The Autopsy of Jane Doe. Pretty excited for him to see this.
Yeah, I heard some good things about that film.
And
is that a Scream Factory too? Yeah, it is.
Yeah. And pretty excited for Jared to see this. Childhood favorite, The Lady in White. Unopened, so Jared's going to be able to open that sucker and...
You know what?
Watch it.
Is that the one you picked for me?
Yeah.
I thought you picked some... I actually have that.
I know, that's why I thought you had it.
Oh, okay.
You don't watch it yet?
No. Okay. Mine's still unopened as well.
Okay, so...
Okay, cool.
Either you take this, or you can take your... whatever. So I want him to watch that. And then Frank picked the movie for you. Frank can't be here tonight, but he recorded the video we're going to insert at the end of this. He's going to reveal his picks.
Pressure talked about that.
Yeah.
Frank couldn't make it yet, but he sent us a video. I'm going to throw it in after our part and before we go out to see the movie.
So Frank got one for Jared, and then Jared, if you want to, you could do yours.
I'll do mine real quick. Okay, for Frank.
Okay, Frank or me, don't matter.
I'll give the first movie I picked. Well, actually, the only movie I picked here for Frank. It's the remake to Maniac. Here with Elijah Wood. I saw this, it was a while back now, and it's only a couple years old, but I don't remember a ton about it. I actually gave Frank the option to see the 1980 version with Joe Spinell, which I kind of remember being a better film. It's gritty. I actually like that, if I remember correctly, more than this film here. But it's still a pretty cool film, and it's cool to see Elijah Wood in kind of a different role, very, very dark role. But I gave Frank, I showed him a clip of Tom Savini. Joe Spinell comes to the top of the car, he shoots the shotgun through the car, and his whole head just explodes. And that wasn't enough to change Frank's mind. He wanted to see the remake, which he actually told me he does a 31 Days of Halloween each year, just himself personally. And he said he actually had this film in there, so it kind of works out.
Oh, so yeah.
That was it.
And then the two I picked for Frank for him to watch that'll go along with that is another favorite of mine. Actually, two favorites of mine that I actually had on my countdown last year. But Frank still has not seen Night of the Creeps.
Blasphemy.
Fred Decker classic. Excited for him to see that. And this is another violation. So Frank is now with child, so I hope he shows this to her down the line. I mean, maybe now. He can probably watch with her now. She's very attentive, so she might actually enjoy this. But Abbott Costello, Me Frankenstein, he needs to introduce himself and his little one to the Universal Monsters. So we'll have a little bit of everything. We'll have like a little bit of comedy, a little bit of gore and comedy, a little bit of gore.
Yeah.
So that's a good pick for Francis there, I think. So
I like them. I like them picks. Okay.
So that's the movies we're at. Frank's gonna have a video of his movies he picked for us, and like I said, fill in the comment section Q&A questions if you have us on social media, Instagram, Facebook, whatever. Put some questions in there too if you don't want to put in. I know it's a little
probably better. Yeah.
It's a little
just
hard,
doing YouTube.
Because a lot of people that watch our YouTube videos don't have YouTube accounts, which we're encouraging them to get YouTube accounts. But if not, just Instagram. We could probably post like a picture of like the questions, and then you can do it that way too. We'll put on our accounts.
Just slide in our DMs.
But yeah,
slide her in.
Yeah.
So I'm a friends with like, a nice amount of you guys on Facebook and Instagram. So I'll put theirs below like usual. I'll put mine. If you don't feel you don't want to comment on the video, throw it in the social media. We want to see it and want to answer it. We want something. Just give us a couple questions.
Yeah, we want to talk to you. We want to talk to everybody. The comments have been lacking.
Yeah,
it's hard to comment.
It's coming back from such a long kind of break, especially in my case. Like, maybe people want to know what the hell I've been doing, wondering where I've been.
We just want to talk to you guys.
Just something. We're back. I'm real. He's real.
So we're gonna go see it. But before we see it, we're gonna throw Frank's video to his movie picks, and then after that video, we'll have a spoiler-free review of one of the movies of the year.
I've been hearing. I heard. I didn't look or read any reviews, but I've been hearing that it's pretty high ratings.
We'll be burning the midnight oil here. We got 10:45 showtime.
10:45. I got
2
work
hour.
at 7.
Oh man!
Just got done on a night gig. It's all right though.
We'll see you in a little bit then. Right? Do you have anything to say? What?
Ron didn't show my picks for
Seriously?
you.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dang.
Okay. Well, go ahead.
It's
Hurry up.
a little rusty, guys. Okay, so
I gotta get my pretzel bites.
Yeah, I'm gonna show the two movies I picked for Roy. First one here, Adam Green. I love this trilogy. I'm really excited. I heard they're coming out with a fourth film. It is Victor Crowley and the Hatchet movie. Now I gave him the first one. First is probably my favorite. Really, really fun movie. I mean, it's over the top gore, plenty of laughs. Like it's a film that I like. I'm into horror. I've talked to a lot of guys. I'm not big into horror, but this is my kind of thing here. Like horror comedy. It's a little more on the horror side, but there's those little bits of comedies and one-liners to make it a really fun film. So hopefully Roy likes this, and if he's interested, like I said, I got the other two to check out.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then I believe Victor Crowley will be the fourth one that they're coming out with. So I'm excited for that. But I have a feeling Roy's going to enjoy this probably as much as I did.
Very excited to see it.
And then here's a cult classic right here.
Really?
There's a cult classic right here. And I think they're re-releasing this soon. I hope it's a special edition because it deserves it. We got this little random jabroni edition. But Lawrence Fishburne and Sam Neill in Event Horizon. I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen this movie. I don't even want to say great, but to me it's a great film. Horror, just brutal horror. Plays mind games. You think this is going to happen. This happens. There's one scene in here where they find a video, and you guys have probably already seen it. It's pretty nuts. So I think Hatchet and I think Event Horizon, two of my favorite films, and I thought Roy would really enjoy
Sam Neill
watching
in a horror
these.
movie, huh? I mean, Jurassic Park's really not horror. But
Sam Neill, he's really good in this. So him and Fishburne, but plus it's in space. I'm a big sci-fi guy.
Okay.
So I thought, you know what? Let me give him some sci-fi. Let me give him some horror comedy, some straight up horror. Hopefully he likes them.
Very, very excited.
Hey, So, unfortunately, I can't be with Roy and Opie for the filming of this video. So, I'm sending in my requests. I have to choose one film, one horror movie each for Opie and Roy. I've never seen a lot of movies, so I did a lot of thinking, and I wanted to choose a horror movie that got them both out of their comfort zone. So with Opie, he's he has a rating system. He loves it, he really likes it, or he enjoyed it. All positive. There's hardly a movie that he'll watch that'll say, you know what, I didn't like it. So I was thinking a lot, and I wanted to give him a movie that he would have some feeling about, something that fucking really bothered him. So last year I watched this movie, and I think it's going to be really good for him to watch this year, because I'm really interested in his feedback from it. That movie's called Martyrs. It's a French movie. I think it came out, I want to say 2007, but don't hold me to that. I could be mistaken. Like I said, I watched it last year for my 31 Nights of Horror, and I don't want to get into too much what the movie's about or my feeling of the movie right now, just because I don't want to give away too much, and I still want him to go in with an open mind and watch this movie. But like I said, I'm really interested to see his feelings upon it, because I don't think he's going to come out of it saying that he really loved it, liked it, or enjoyed it. So I'm interested to hear what he has to say about it. Now, Roy, on the other hand, it's a little bit harder for Roy. I cannot get him with the shock value of the movie, because the man's seen it all, so he's hard to impress. So I went the opposite spectrum for Roy. I wanted to give him something a little more subtle, something a little less extreme. So it's a slow burn, this movie. I think it was on Netflix last year is where I watched it. I really enjoyed it personally, but it's like I said, it's like a slow burn throughout the movie, and it like just builds suspense. The movie's called The Invitation. What's his name? I forget his name, but I'm a big fan of the main actor in the movie. He played in Quarry, which I don't know if you've seen Quarry, but it's a great show on Cinemax. So he's a really good actor. And just the movie overall, I was a huge fan of. So, once again, I'm interested to see what Roy has to say about this movie. I don't know if he's going to like it or not, but it's a good movie. He deserves to give it a watch. So, they're my two picks, one each. Hopefully they both enjoy the movies. Well, like I said, I'm sure Jar is going to have a little bit more feeling than Roy will. But it's going to be fun. So, everybody, thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.
Okay, yeah, so now we're going to leave here, and we're going to go see it, and then you'll see what we think about it post-view.
Let's go float.
Take it easy. Back, guys. What is up? So, we didn't really film, obviously, anything on our way to the movies or inside the theater or anything like that. But we did just get done actually watching it about 10-15 minutes ago. I'm out of breath walking up the steps. I'm fat. And we're just going to give a quick, spoiler-free review. Just not even a review, just our thoughts on the film. Do you want to go first? You want me to go first?
You go first.
I'll go. Okay, so I thought Bill Skarsgård did a great job. I think I still prefer Carrie. I think it's just a nostalgia thing, and just haven't seen that film first. I love that film. But I thought this film was pretty good. I gave it like a grade, I guess, be like a B+. It wasn't perfect. Some of the CGI kind of threw me off in the film. I wasn't a big fan of it. I would have preferred more practical. But I thought it was really well done. There were a nice amount of scares, plenty, enough for me. There was a lot of humor. Not a lot of humor, but there were some pretty good one-liners in there. The kids were great. I thought all the actors in there, I don't have any of their names on me, but they were all really, really good. And better than the kids in the original, which I heard a couple other people mention as well. So yeah, I'm definitely actually tempted. My oldest son wants to go see it, so I'm actually tempted to go back and see it. I wouldn't mind seeing it for a second time. Thought it was really good.
Yeah, we got.
Yeah, something quick.
Yeah, I agree with Jared. I don't know. I thought it was good. I didn't think it was great. I mean, the kids are really good. CGI, man, listen. When I went into this movie, I came to the realization that CGI is what it is. You're not going to get practical effects horror movies anymore. It's probably going to be mostly CGI, and it's annoying. Like, I hate watching movies like with unnecessary CGI. Like, there's a couple parts in this movie that you're going to see, like, they didn't even have to use it, but they did, which is annoying as shit. But Bill Skarsgård was good. I asked Jared on the way back, I said, who was the better Pennywise? Who was actually acting wise? And I feel like Tim Curry had to act more in his portrayal of Pennywise. Bill Skarsgård, you'll see him in this movie. He does have some creepy parts, but few, like, not many of just him, like, in, like, one-to-one interactions, I thought, Yeah. I thought most of him was, like, pop up, like, here I am. Was the children see him as they show their accounts, which they do a real good job of, like, giving a backstory of the kids, which is cool, and how they view it, and how that affects them. I thought was pretty cool. It's shot really well. I thought, like, even, like, the overhead shots, of, like, the township and, like, of the quarry and, stuff like that. It's pretty cool. I would have preferred it if it was in the 50s, because I just like that era, but being it was in the late 80s was pretty cool. They did a really good job. A couple things we questioned them more, and we actually looked up in the movie, and they were actually right. We were like, wait, was that? And it actually was.
Yeah.
So, but like I said, overall, I thought it was good, not great. If you put the first half of the original It and the first half of this It, I would probably pick the new one, just on reference of the children actors are better, the music in it's better. It's not the made-for-TV cheesiness.
Yeah, the music was really good.
Yeah,
but
but
big fan of the music in this.
Because everybody definitely needs to see it and give it give your opinion on it.
Yeah, it's definitely. I don't know about, like, some of the, like, I just went on actually on the way back, driving back, just to see if there was any kind of update with the Rotten Tomatoes or Flickster scores, and it's like 97 Rotten Tomatoes, 90 user. I think that's a little high just in my book, but again, that's everybody has their opinion, they're entitled to that. But I definitely throw it, like I said, like a B plus in the 80.
I will say
80, 90,
it
somewhere
does.
in their range.
It flows well. It don't feel like a 2.5 hour movie.
Oh yeah, it went. Yeah, it flew. There were a couple times where I thought, oh, is this it? And then it, went on to the next scene and all, and it was pretty cool. I really enjoyed it. So yeah.
But it might be also one of the movies that you look back, like, when you see a movie like this, you go into theater, you're kind of like, you're excited, you're worked up. Maybe once it releases, to Blu-ray or whatever, you're able to, sit back. I like personally watching movies with the subtitles. It feels like I get more of, like, what they're saying. Especially we've seen this in, like, the Dolby, like, surround sound. So some of the background music, you kind of lost the audio track in there. You couldn't really make out what they were saying at points. But
love those recliners that are comfy as shit.
Yeah, they just redid a theater where we went to see this, and it was like, crazy.
Yeah, it was a good time though.
But as a spoiler-free review, this is probably the most we can, without giving anything away.
Yeah.
But,
I definitely say if you've seen the first one, go and see this. If you haven't seen the first one, still go and see it.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was just as itself standalone. Compare it. You don't have to compare it. I think as a standalone, it was pretty good. But you watch it and you give your opinion and what you think of it. Everybody's entitled.
On the horror aspect of King movies, this is probably the best one. Right?
This one, or you mean just
in general, like the terrible, like the terrible.
Yeah, there's
early, not terrible. I mean,
that's because it's just anything that he's written. People just attach his name and they make a fucking movie for it. So I'm a fan of The Mist.
Yeah,
that movie just that movie's great. I loved it. The ending, and if you get a chance to The Mist, watch it in black and white over color. It's a whole different experience. But yeah, definitely, this is one of, and I've I don't know how many Stephen King films or adaptations, but this, the original, and this, yeah, definitely stand as probably two of my favorites. And I'd put them separate.
Oh well, but yeah, I mean that's basically it. And oh man, I was gonna say something. So it's rated R, of course. You know, and you'll see there's rated R parts. But if you have like a teenager, or I'd say 12 and up, take them to see this movie. It's not that terrible. It's not that bad.
Yeah.
What do you think?
No, not at all. Not at all.
I mean, it's necessary. Yeah, it's necessary blood, but I don't know. If your kid likes horror movies, watch them anyway at home. Take them to the movies.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much the only thing. Just would be the gore in regards to.
There's some cursing, but it's better.
Yeah.
All right, that's all I really got to say about it.
There we go. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Glad to be back. I have a couple more videos lined up, hopefully, and Roy has a couple more ideas for some pretty cool videos.
We at least have from now until October, or at least on we have two. We have one out and about we're going to do. Hopefully Jared can make it out this one. And we're going to do the Opie and Friends Halloween special. Like I said, again, questions in the comment section, and we're going to do something on our Instagram, maybe put something out where you can ask questions there. And then we'll answer them in the Halloween vlog and review the movies that we chose for each other.
Yep. So like I said, I'm back now. Hopefully I'll start catching up on all your guys' videos. Hope you guys miss me, and you guys show us some love and throw some comments and some questions on here. So yeah, take care, guys. We'll see you in the next video. Bye. Auf Wiedersehen.